Hello, everyone, and welcome back again to IndieX 2024. Now we're going to have a nice session about what I found to be at least a very humorous game, but still very fun game also. Just like the last one, you can play it multiplayer, but we're soon going to see what it's all about. It's Goblin Cleanup. For this stream, I will indeed be accompanied by someone from the dev team, and that is Manu. Manu, how are you doing? How do you feel?
Hi everyone, everything doing great. Really happy
Nice.
to be here. And yes, let's see how the event goes.
Nice. So, kind of just to give people a little bit of context and about what your role was in the team, Manuel, can you talk to us a little bit about it, just so we know what to expect?
Yeah, so my role in the team is actually helping the devs to do everything and to achieve everything, like kind of like a manager and helping with this kind of events and talks, talking with publishers and that kind of stuff. And what the game is about? Um, we were playing games. We play a lot of roguelikes with the team. We are friends and we worked together also before. And we are huge on roguelikes, right? So in all the roguelikes, you kind of go to a level and then try to reach further and further, and you die, and then you level up and you go again, right? But when you go again, everything is reset, right? Like all the enemies are there and the traps are there all over again. And we take that concept and it was okay. Who resets everything, right?
Mhm.
And with that idea, we kind of started pulling from that string, and we come up with this idea of Goblin Cleanup, and this company of goblins that are hired by the boss of the dungeon, and you have to set up everything for the next adventures that are going to come next. So yeah, that's it actually.
Mhm. Okay, good. And I do find it very interesting, this whole idea, but I also find interesting how you arrived at this like aesthetic, because as you saw there for a little bit on the screen, Goblin Cleanup is now running a Kickstarter campaign. They're actually, I think, about 3 days from the end of the campaign. They're already funded, but of course you can still unlock lots of nice stretch goals, like for example, make your own dungeon mode, which I think is super interesting. So after the stream, if you're interested, definitely go and check out the Kickstarter. But you kind of have this whole aesthetic that's kind of more like this anime made cleanup service. Um, do you know? Can you talk from the team like a little bit about how did you get to this more cartoony but also anime aesthetic for your game? Was it like a preference of the art development team or?
Yes, actually, in the beginning, okay, from this concept, right, of the reset of dungeons. Actually, the game was going to be called Dungeon Reset. um, and but we were not sure about the character and how everything should look like. But we know it's going to be something like a fantasy medieval sort of theme, and we like goblins. Like goblins, we like how they match here. And then one of the artists, Christian, he's the technical artist, and he likes to draw. So he came up with this like goblin made from one day to the other, and we like we love it, and everyone in the team was we like that, and we just kept moving for that. It's
Yes.
not too much actually, like too much. I don't think it was too much thought about it. He just came up with the first drawing, and we liked it. So and also we like anime, most of the guys in the team. So yeah, why not?
Nice. Yeah. And I think it was quite fortuitous because, I mean, this past year there was the whole Delicious in Dungeon anime that came out, right? So this it's very also fantasy medieval, and it's about the heroes, but also about like the whole dungeon resets itself. So it's kind of the anime community might even be interested in these type of games, right? Of course, because now they have this bonding connection to, oh, it would be interesting to maybe go into a dungeon and understand how we can actually put the stuff back together after the hero goes through it. So I think it was quite a fortuitous sort, and yeah, it's the aesthetic stands out quite a lot. Um, well, with that, I think it's about time we go into the game. I mean, I have, of course, a lot of questions still to ask you, but I think we should also give the audience a little bit of gameplay itself. And by the way, to anyone who is watching, feel free to leave your questions in the chat. We will be looking throughout the play session, and we will try our best to answer your questions, of course. So let's see. First, we start with the basic classic dungeon, of course, the easiest ones, and of course the first level. So, as someone who actually has organized the Kickstarter as well for a game already,
Yeah.
I know it's like a bunch of work. And as you are kind of the main
Hmm.
person, I assume, as like doing the management stuff in the team, um, where did this idea initially come from? Right? Let's do a Kickstarter and maybe not go for like the publisher funding option or path. When did this idea come to you?
Okay, so we started the development, the project in, I think it was early November last year, to come up with something. We was just going like, let's try to show this. So let's make a Twitter account. Let's try to show our work. Maybe someone likes it, and because of that, eventually there was a Japan like media. I
Mhm.
think it is called Automation or something like that. I don't remember now. But they cited our tweet and a tweet showing a bit about the game, and we got like 500,000 views from
Oh, okay.
that tweet, and that ended up having like 15,000 wish lists, something like that. So we take a lot of wish lists from that tweet. Um, and that makes some publishers interested in our game, and they reach us, right? So they reach to us, and they ask for a private play session or a play test so that they can see the game. And this was something around January, right?
Mhm.
So we build a demo for them, and then we like the demo, so we just decided to make it public. Um, we make the demo public. A lot of people started playing it. They like it. They share it, and um, we started to get a little bit of traction. And that was the time we kind of like uh, think that we have something in our hands.
Yeah.
So maybe we should go and try to see what happens by ourselves, right? Not getting with any publisher for the moment or anything like that. And but we were only focusing on the game full time, and we
Yeah.
didn't have any funding. So we make a decision to let's try go to the Steam Next Fest um, in June. So we participated in the Steam Next Fest in June this year. And for our side, it was like let's go all out, and if we have a good campaign in the Steam Next Fest, maybe we could
Make the game.
keep going with ourselves and do something and don't go with publisher. Um, so and it was like in the middle of all this journey, doing the building a better demo for the Steam Fest that we came across the idea of doing a Kickstarter, maybe. Um, and we partnered with Shenteland. That is a team that they is a company that they help indie devs to publish their Kickstarter campaign,
Nice.
and they help us a lot, of course. And we decided to go for the Kickstarter, but we still didn't launch the demo in the Steam Next Fest. And then by
Mhm.
the time we launched the demo in the Steam Next Fest, everything exploded, and we were about 25,000 before the next fest, and after we reached like 100K. So for
Quite
us it was
successful, I'd say.
like, so yeah, for us it was surreal. We didn't understand what was going on, of course. But all of that, everything that went, oh, everything that happens from the day we launched the demo in February until after the Signal Fest, it was like an indicator that we should try go without the publisher, or at least try at are we going to hit the wall.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and then we launched and which it was a bit also of let's try do the Kickstarter and see what's up. We learned that it's a lot of work to
Oh yeah.
prepare, because in the beginning we wanted to launch the campaign like a week after the Steam Fest, and we are so glad we didn't do that and we prepare better. And it pays off, because we are really happy for our community that is supporting us from day one, of course, and they really show up for the support of the campaign, because we were funded in 1 hour.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
It's very good. Very
so
good.
that was surreal. We didn't think it's going to happen like that, but it did, and they keep pushing, and now we are now we are paying the Halloween update that we made for Steam. I think like the event starts now and finishes next Monday, the Halloween event for Steam. So we decided to
Yeah.
put
Do
some
this
sprinkle on it,
nice
and
aesthetic
yeah.
changes. Very good.
Yeah,
No, I
there are a
think you
bit
did
of
the right choice. Again, I think you did the right choice because yeah, a lot of people go with publishers mostly for uh, being able to reach an audience, right? Get
hmm
exposure, start building community, all these things, right? But you were lucky enough, and by lucky I mean you had a nice looking and nice playing game, um, to actually get this virality that is so hard to get usually. And yeah, like when you can get this community and start to build it, and people want to play the game and they want to talk about it and show it off, it's really good to try and go on your own because you already seem to be able to grow your own community, right? And um, let's say it's not the battle is not the war is not over, but it's already a very good step, because this game particularly, of course, as a like more co-op focused. I mean, I'm playing solo now, of course, but you can also go as a team, of course, and play. It's very important that there's a community to give you feedback on the game, to suggest new features, to for all of this, so that you can really make the game what the people want, right? You know, I think it's a really big step in the, let's say, the journey of the success of this game, for sure.
yeah, and also what I try to say every time I have the chance is that you have to show your game, like for all the indie devs out there. If you don't show anything, nothing is going to happen, and you're not guaranteed that nothing is going to happen if you show it, but it's not going to happen if you don't show it.
If you
So
don't, exactly.
yeah, so you just put stuff out there, and focus on having a fun game for you. And if it is fun for you, it's probably going to be fun for somebody else, and you take it one at a time. We, as I say, you never know what's going to happen, and we have like some viral content. We have some stuff that we believe was going to be viral. It wasn't viral. We have stuff that we believe is going to be not so good, but just to put something out there, and those went viral. So yeah, you just
Yeah, you never know what happens. So I've been already playing for a bit, but just to give people like this context, right? You have some abilities here, or I would say tools more that you can use. So we have kind of some telekinetic powers to pick up objects. You can then place them because, of course, you're making the room as it was before. You have this very nice mop that you can use to pick up slimes and clean all of the dungeon's blood. And of course, our lovely mimic, which has killed me twice so far, to which you can feed the slimes after they are full with blood, let's say. Um, and of course, now the one I just used, which is the Managon, which is kind of this cute little dragon that can like suck mana or give mana to objects. So, like here, you are activating this trap, right? Or we are removing it in this case because we want to be able to progress. So that's what we use here. We have some questions already in the chat. So Acosta Sabrina asks if there will be Christmas decorations like you did now for Halloween, for example.
we haven't planned those yet, but if we have the time, why not? I mean, we are a bit tight with everything we already have accomplished, like in the Kickstarter. So all the stretch goals and all the things we have to develop for the early access version of the game. But I think we are going to do it. Yeah.
Okay, good. That's a good also for the community. Um, One question also that I had about this, I don't know how much you are inside of the design process, but when you were coming up with these ideas of like, okay, how can we take something that's actually boring, right? Or should be boring, which is just cleaning up after someone else and putting stuff back in their place and doing this, and we kind of make it innovative and creative, just like this, for example, right? We're just taking a trident and stabbing a slime, which is a fantasy creature, right? And we're using it to clean up. Are you able to talk a little bit about how the team came up with these ideas? For example, did you work together to like, how do I say that? Yeah, to brainstorm ideas, or where did you get your inspiration from to come up with different innovative powers to make it so the process itself is kind of entertaining, of course.
Yes, I think the idea of the mimic just came like Santiago, that is the main developer. He already thought about that, so he already like started from that idea. And then when we were talking about the blood cleaning, we didn't want to put a real mob because it was not going to be like it was not going to
Yeah.
match with the game. And then we started to think about stuff that absorb other stuff, and we and with that it came the slime because of the this anime, like the Rimuru the slime anime,
Hmm.
and that absorbs everything. So maybe we get that idea, and then we really like it because we believe that we can expand the slime in other ways in the future. So right
Hmm.
now it only clean bloods, but maybe, I don't know, maybe in the future we have something like a vacuum, and the slime is going to be the bag of that, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
yes,
we can
slimes.
use the slime in different ways. I think it is the kind of one of the stars of the game is the slime, and like how cute it is, and how we should be able to find a lot of uses for that. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, definitely has potential because I don't think, I mean, we've kind of talked a bit about it generally, but we haven't mentioned, right, that the game is not even in early access, right? So what are your plans? Are you
Uh,
thinking of releasing early access, or do you have any ideas that you can talk about at this time?
yes, yes. So this is a demo, um, and because I don't know, we just wanted to have a good demo, just to see. I mean, for us, it's our first game. Like it's our like the first game of our studio,
Yeah, as a team.
as a team also. So we just wanted to validate if our idea is good, and if we should keep doing it, and of course everything that's going on is always say yes, yes, keep going. So for us it's really motivating, and we started from the beginning with the idea of an early access just because we didn't thought we would be able to get funding for doing the full development.
Yeah.
So we already planned the, okay, let's go with the early access so that we have some money to keep developing the game. And also, then after doing the demo and started to get feedback from people, we really like that loop, right? So
Yeah.
now it's not only for the money, but also because we want to um, develop the games with our community, and see what sticks and what's not. For example, in this update we have some monsters, and in the beginning they were like pretty hard. So, and people, most of the people that wants to play this game expects more chill game and relax,
Yeah. Yeah.
and being able to focus and clean everything, and have it 100%, and don't being harassed by monsters.
Yeah.
So
More
we
of a
kind
chill
of like
experience.
yeah, so we tweak the monsters a bit so that they don't, so that you have tools so that they can be stuck or stunned, and they don't kill you too much, and it's not annoying, right? So that is uh, so the community feedback for us is super great for the time
For
being.
development. Yeah. Okay, good. So you're kind of course, in the menu we saw that you have kind of this modular approach that I saw.
Yes.
It's like, so you have archetype layers, let's say, which are all represented by a villain, and it's kind of this biome. and then you have different areas in this biome, and then you just kind of go as if you go up the hierarchy, as if you're like trusted to clean a bigger part of the dungeon. Um, so I really like that approach. How do you have any insight on how you decided to follow this kind of modular design or?
Yes, we started. So the first idea was this castle, and the idea, of course, that we are like a cleaning company, that we are hired from the boss of the dungeon. So starting from that idea, then in order for the game to not to be always the same and not have everything should be castles and stuff, we started thinking, okay, so maybe we can be hired from other bosses from other dungeons that are different, and we can do different stuff over there, and then it can expand for collaborations with. So I have a dream to have like other games, like maybe clean levels of other games, for example. Um,
Yeah, that is good
so
for collaborations. True.
yeah, and yeah, so the modular, so you have a dungeon with I think there are 12 levels now, and you have a boss fight. So there is a boss level in every dungeon. So we have reached that stretch goal in the Kickstarter. So now we have to do the boss level for the dungeons, and also we
Nice.
have reached. I think we have reached all the dungeons also. So that it was pretty nice. I didn't think we were going to be able to get all the funding for doing all the dungeons, but I think today or yesterday we reached like the last dungeon stretch goal. So really happy for that.
Nice. So when you talked about Kickstarter and you talked about like the company that helped you, um, did you also as a team, of course you were involved in the process, but like how much were you capable of defining on your own, like, okay, we want this and this reward, we are thinking of this and that? Was it like a collaborative effort, or was it more as in they guide you on what you should and should not do, for example?
No, it is more a collaborative effort also because they have a lot of experience of what rewards works and maybe what not works, and also maybe you have no idea of what you should do or what you should
Yeah.
give your backers, and so they gave us a list, for example, of all the rewards that they have uh, give in all the project they helped. So we have a really big list of stuff that maybe we can do, and maybe we like some, we don't like some others, and we say, okay, maybe this one could be interesting. Um, but yeah, they give us a lot of ideas, and maybe then we decided which we go or which we don't go. Um, and but most of the time, and then you have to like get the guys of the team and start working on, okay, what we want to do with this,
Yeah.
and how should we approach all the goals, and how much money we should be asking for, and the guy from Shenterland, that is his company, they help us a lot with that, right? So setting a realistic goal, help us the campaign be like to go viral inside of Kickstarter. They told us it is better to ask a little bit less, but have your campaign funded in the first 24 hours rather than ask for more money and you get funded the last day or in the middle of the campaign. So that helped us a lot
Yeah,
for the
the
campaign
hype
to
generation from
yeah,
fear
yeah.
of missing out, of course. Yeah, 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 good. Okay, so I know you're still kind of early in development, but we do have a question in chat that is asking if you have any idea how much the game would cost. Of course, this is stuff that usually gets defined way closer to the end of the development cycle. But do you have any idea of somewhat something you think it costs?
Yes, yes. So we are from Argentina, so we know a lot about the different markets, and that you should price the game according to the different markets or regions. Um, so we in the Kickstarter, I think it is $20 the game with your name in the credits and some more rewards. but we're going to keep that $20 for the game, and it's going to be $20 in the US and in Europe, and then in other countries that they cannot afford $20 per game, we probably are going to have like a 50%, so maybe $10. We are going to adjust the price for all the regions. For example, in Argentina, we think we should lower it to $10, for example. Yes, and then and this is going to be for the full process of the early access, and because at the beginning of the early access we're going to launch with some content, and by the end of the full game we're going to have more content. We don't
Yeah, yeah,
know yet if we are going to up it up a bit to 25 or something like that, or we are going to keep it at 20. It's going to that could
depends.
change in the future, but the future is so far ahead that we don't know.
Okay, sounds good. Some people as well were asking if in the altar, where is it? If you can kind of change the pictures that are there, or if it would be somehow affected by customization, for example, in the future, something like that.
I mean, we sure can. We didn't think about it, but we can do so
It's
much. I
an
mean,
idea.
yes, it's a good idea to have a cosmetic for the altars, and another thing is that we, for the moment, we are thinking to don't have any kind of microtransactions or stuff like that, but we do plan to do a lot with the skins and customization. But everything should be purchasable with the game, with the currency you're
In-game
going to
currency.
win, because because you clean the dungeon and you're going to get paid, uh, and maybe then you can use that to buy some cosmetics, and why not, we can do something for the altars.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, as an early access, you also can. That's the advantage that, like you mentioned, that you can listen to the feedback of the crew, of the community, and yeah, implement or not implement these kinds of things, and improve the player experience for sure.
Yes, we are going to. I mean, we can do a lot of stuff. We are going to focus right for the moment in going to the early access with. We are aiming for the first dungeon, that is this one, but full with all the levels. We are going to see how much hours of play we got from that, and maybe if it is too low, maybe we are going to postpone the launch and have a second dungeon. So we launch with two dungeons, but maybe we are keeping it with one. I mean, that's something we have to discuss with the team.
Yeah, of course.
Uh, at the beginning, we were thinking more only one, and let's see what happens, and iterate that, and then building a second one with all the feedback from the first one, and keep going. But yeah.
Was there for you personally one favorite aspect or story that you had during development that you were really, yeah, you would like to share with us? For example, any high highs or low lows? I'm for sure you should have had some already.
um have to think. I mean, highs, we have been reaching by a lot of people from the gaming community, big publishers, big developers as well. The other day, I think the director of Terraria just talked to us, and they were going to back the game. So for us, it's really crazy that all of that is going on. So and then we have a lot of bugs, for example, that they are funny, that they will we fix most of them, but with this update, we call it the spider goblin. The community called it the spider goblin because you could climb the walls,
Nice.
so that the collider was not set properly, so you could climb the wall. And another one, in the beginning of development, we have a bucket, right? So that you can transport slimes without having to go back and forth all the time. So we have this bucket. So the idea was to put all the slimes in the bucket, and then you move the bucket. uh,
Nice.
and someone was able to jump in the bucket and start flying inside of the bucket. So that was really funny as well.
You can never predict what people will do.
No, that was what the hell. That was really funny. And then we and this was something because of the demos and receiving feedback. We started to see that everyone was having problem with the bucket and
Hmm.
because of the physics of the bucket and having lines there and maybe they get off the bucket and we didn't like the idea, so we come up with this other idea because the solution the problem we wanted to solve was not going back and forth to look for the slimes.
Yeah, for the same.
So the bucket was the first iteration, and then we come up with this idea that for us is funnier, that is being able to merge slimes. So
Hmm.
maybe you should try then to have a lot of to pile up slimes all
Yeah,
together, um, and you can grab them and move them as a bunch, so they are merge. They have a limit,
okay.
so
See.
and
Yeah,
also for
that,
example, yes, we can, and if you put too much, I think if you put one more, something will happen.
let's see what happens. Yeah, but that's also part of the development, right? It's like coming up with solutions that even not just like are better from a design standpoint, but that create like moments of like surprise in the player, right? That you didn't even know that you could do this, and then you have this explosion, right? So it's also like
Yeah.
a different moment for the player to find out that the dev thought about this and he actually implemented it to make it more like meaningful and realistic. So it's actually a very nice solution, I would say. Take it along. So you were talking about the team. We talked about him a lot, but how many people
Mm.
are there in the team actually?
So without me, they are three. So we have Santiago, that is the main developer, more of the
Hmm.
gameplay side and the multiplayer side. Then we have Christian, that he's the technical artist. So he maybe grabs the model in 3D and put some animations and put some mechanics, like for example, the tree. There is a tree in this level. We should go look for it.
Hmm.
And we have Lucas, and Lucas is the main artist, and he is in charge of all the models and doing all the art of the game. Yeah.
Nice. Actually, it's quite a small team for the level of polish of the game. I actually expected a bigger team, so it's quite a lot of good work you did that. I think.
Yes, and for us to increase the team is going to be a challenge. I
Mm.
think just because for the moment everything is going so good and smooth with just us. We know each other. We have all the responsibilities delegated and stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
And then like probably starting to hire more people or something like that probably will slow down development. So for the moment we are happy with what we get. But if we need it in the future, probably after the early access release and such, it's something they're going to we will have to think about, of course.
yeah. It's probably to be better to be like lean and yeah, make sure that you
Yes,
only
yes,
hire
yes,
when you
yes, yes.
actually need people, right? So it's a very good decision. Talking about multiplayer because it's not so easy, let's say, to make a multiplayer game if you don't
Hmm.
have previous experience, and since you said that you are actually making the game like as a first time that you are together as a team, did any of the members have any previous experience with multiplayer development?
Not with multiplayer, but Christian, Lucas, and Santiago, they have been working together for a couple of years in the previous company, and then they were laid off, and then this idea came up, and they decided to try it out. But yes, actually for multiplayer, I think it is the first experience. I know, no, I think they have some experience with one game they developed in the other company that was multiplayer or have some multiplayer elements, but this is the first kind of big game that they are doing with multiplayer, and we have a lot of issues with it. So, for example, and they are mostly fixed. Like if two people grab a slime at the same time, you have like a
Hmm.
synchronization problem, and you have to um, to all of that in consideration, right? So yeah, it's going to be a challenge, all the multiplayer elements of the game, but it's been fun for the moment.
The one time I don't look at the traps. That's good. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's very important actually. It's a big part of the game, of course, that people want to play together. So yeah, it's important that it actually functions well and people are able to have fun.
Mm.
But yeah, as a small team, it's
Yes,
always hard.
we were playing. So one of the inspiration of this was Little Company. So we were having so much fun with that, and we try to add chaos in the game, so you can have those funny moments.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. These pieces of
and yeah,
goblin
and
meat
like,
over there.
and yes, if they are like playing multiplayer, is adds a little bit more of chaos, because maybe someone walks and didn't see the trap
Yeah,
that you saw, and then you are dead because a friend of you step on the trap, and you start shouting. So yeah, that is funny.
nice. Yeah, yeah, for sure. So now that you were talking about inspirations like Little Company, did you have any more particular inspirations that you can talk about that led you to do this game? I guess you played a lot of these kind
Yes.
of games also together, right?
No, and that is a
Ah,
bit
okay.
funny that we didn't actually play any cleaning game before. And not with the rest of the team, because I Santiago and I were friends from before, so we play a lot of games together, um, but mostly like co-op roguelikes and such. But another game that everyone put this in the comments, and we have played it in the pandemic. It was a Viscera. It's called Viscera Cleanup Detail. That it is a cleaning game. So you have to mop blood. You have to pick body parts. So in that case, it's pretty the same. Um, but that is kind of the main mechanic in any cleaning game. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
of course, it's going to be similar. And the funny thing is that um, there are not so many games like this. So probably we think that is another reason why this game has become like so popular,
yeah.
because a lot of fans of the Visual Cleanup Detail community, they are looking for another game like that. Um, and maybe we are catching their attention as well. And
Yeah.
then the Goblin community that we didn't know it existed, and they are the best, man. Like, they come up with our Discord. They talk a lot, and they share a lot of art and stuff. And they are the reason why we got our Kickstarter campaign back so
Content.
fast. So we're
Nice.
really happy for them, and we're really,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think the actually like Vishra, does it have what is the art style that it has? Is it like also kind of cartoony or is it more
Uh, no,
serious?
Viscera is more like, yeah, more like serious. It has also some like fantasy elements because they are in space, and
Mm.
then they have some monsters, but they don't attack you. They're just there, either dead and you have to clean them, or they are like a wormhole, something like that. But yeah, it's different. It's different. It's like another approach. It's more like sci-fi rather than fantasy, right?
Yeah, because I think your kind of cartoony aesthetic does make the game also more accessible, right? Because it's not this immediately like realistically gory thing. It's much more yeah, this cartoony feel good thing. Even though we're oh, cartoony feel good thing as I die. So it is though. You can like die and you leave behind body parts and blood to clean up, but it is, yeah, you still feel good. It's quite rewarding. Let's say it's not just realistic and hard and this very cruel, let's say, and realistic depiction of the thing. I think it makes it way more accessible. Yeah.
Yeah, yes, yes.
Okay, let's
It is
see.
like more, maybe it's more funny to see. pieces of meat or blood in a cartoon environment rather than a
Yeah, yeah.
more real one.
Now the question
Uh,
is, what do I do about that? Okay, so it just does a pattern. I see then that you're actually, that's nice also because you're introducing variety. So this is just the first level, and already there's quite a lot of variety of like, yeah, different traps, different things you have to do, different collectibles. Like this one, that's pretty awesome because yeah, the player has this tendency to pick up everything and put it back in its place, and then as soon as they do, they're greeted by this all defying laser, and then they die. Exactly. So I think it's a good thing that you can see already a lot of variety for such a small team in just the first level. It promises a lot for the game. Let's say the end game. Right.
yes, and also like um, we can come up with a lot of new traps. I mean, the game is this is the essence of the game, of course, and but I personally really like it because I see like a lot of potential with different traps, different puzzles to do, and also maybe monsters or creatures in some levels that you have to deal with or something like that.
Mhm.
Uh, we are going to try and put a lot of effort in trying to make all the levels different or having or have something right and it's not so that the player don't feel super like they have to do all the same in all the levels. Uh, and we
Mhm.
can give them something in each one so that they maybe have their favorite they're different, right?
And I think even though it's a little bit of a different community because it's more of the OCD community. I mean, you've seen that there's this kind of a lot of people like this kind of game in, for example, Power Wash Simulator, which has been
Yeah.
super famous. And as you mentioned, they did this like collaborations with other devs, right? And other games. So maybe yeah, you could even let's say you could do that in the future. That's of course yet to be seen, but yeah, I think there's a lot of potential for new content or new expansions. It's a pretty much like easily added on game. It's more about having the fun itself with the things, not about this contiguous lore story and stuff. So yeah, I think it's in a good position, let's say, to keep on expanding.
Yeah.
And what do we have here?
Well, yes, and then we can add a lot of funny lore between the bosses and you and the company
Oh
and
yeah.
you and a lot of different stuff. And also we have the community giving us a lot of ideas, and we like a lot. Some are really funny. Uh, yes, I mean you should go. I mean over there to the right,
To the right. Yeah. Oh.
to the right. I mean to the
Oh.
left.
Okay. The
Oh,
systems. Nice.
and through.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I think you okay.
Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. So now there's ghosts moving around. That's why I activated the trap. Let's say. Okay. So much time.
This is something new that we make for Halloween because in the previous there were no kind of monsters. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I mean, we haven't even gotten into it, but as you mentioned, there's the whole like system of you get paid and you have money to then unlock more stuff, right? So it's not just about the cleaning; it's also about, yeah, I don't know, customizing stuff, unlocking new levels, all this kind of thing. So it does have a lot of potential, I think, for a lot of fun actually, and it must even be fun to work in the team because you can see really that like yeah, as long as people want more content, we can give them more content. So it's I think it's a pretty good standpoint to be from a developer standpoint also that you just can add stuff to the game, change it, and really make it a good experience. Let me see what I can do to close again.
Maybe we should fix the
No, I think
bounding
it's
over.
just me that's clumsy,
You
just
can
pushing
pick
around.
the mimic. Something you can do is pick the mimic from behind, like you
Yeah,
did
yeah,
before, and you can
take
like
him around.
yes, and eat all the meat.
Ah, okay.
So you can pick it up, and yeah, and I think that if you hold the
Yeah.
click, you open, and then you have to
Oh,
do
yeah.
this. Yeah,
Ah, that's nice. Yeah, that's also good. Like, you have different ways of doing the same thing, which is also like true. Okay, now a ghost kill me. Which is also true, like from, let's say, real life, right? Because when you're cleaning, you also have
okay.
people
For
who
the
clean.
ghost, sorry, for the ghost, if you light the torches, I think
Mhm.
that you can stun the ghost. So if they are, if you believe they're going to kill you a lot, maybe you can light up some lights. Um, and if that doesn't work, maybe you are able to grab the torches also. So maybe you can grab the torch and have it with you.
And bring it with me.
Uh, yeah.
Okay. Can I, for example? Ah, yeah, I dropped it. Okay, but still. Good. Yeah, but as you mentioned, right, you have all these things that you need to find out on your own, for example. And
Yeah.
even for cleaning, it's the same, right? People do things differently. And so some people will be just naturally better and more efficient. Some ways are better of doing things, right? Like this, than actually going around and dropping everything into its mouth. So it's also a good thing to let the player discover all of this stuff. So I have a question from D'Artagnan, and he asks who is in charge of the music because he really likes the menu music particularly. Yeah, the menu music is really epic.
Yeah, so we have so Christian, that is the technical artist. Um he came with this music, and I believe that he has a brother that is an artist and a compositor, right? So he helped us make that theme. No, yes,
Oh,
with the theme we really we love the theme. It's so I mean we I didn't know it's going to happen, right? So when they make an update and I was trying out, I discovered the theme, and then I started singing. It stuck in my head a little bit.
yeah, makes sense.
So really, yes, we also love the
Oh,
theme.
yeah.
Is so fun.
So then, do you know if, for example, if he's gonna work on other uh, parts of the soundtrack, or if you're gonna be more doing ambient sounds? What are your plans in this area?
We don't know if he is going to be helping with the rest of the all of the music for the game. We should talk with him and see if he's able or the rates and stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah, so this is a tree. And also we have been talking with other people that um, you know, so maybe we can hire them to help us make music for first dungeons. Also because we have this dungeon, this modular way, as you said before.
Hmm.
Uh, Maybe we can also think about having different kind of artists for different dungeons, so and not being the same person that make the music for all the dungeons.
Yeah,
Maybe
that
we
would be
can
interesting.
some. Maybe we can switch that up. I mean, w- um, we have to explore that. For the moment, we have talked with someone in Argentina that is really famous and has been working with a lot with great idols. So we're really excited that he wants to work with us. Uh, but yes, I'm, and of course we're going to talk more with Christian and his brother to help us more for more things like that because that was crazy.
Nice, very good. Well, I think we've shown enough of the game. Can maybe go back for a sec, checking if we have any more chat questions. This is the moment to do it. In the meantime, I think I'll also cede the floor to you, Manu, if you want to share anything. Of course, the Kickstarter is the big thing right now, but if you want to tell the audience anything else, or yeah, just anything you want to share, just go ahead.
Okay, now first of all, just big shout out to all the community that been supporting us from the start, especially like the Goblin community, that they've been so supportive of the game. They really love it. They participate in everything we do. Besides the Kickstarter, we're also doing like an art contest.
Nice.
Uh, and and the fair price, I think it is one of the tiers of the campaign. So if you like drawing and you like our game, just participate in that. Maybe you are able to win something cool. Um, and then also a big shout out to all the content creators that are making videos, playing together, having fun with Goblin Cleanup. The other day we were talking with Santiago, and we just entered to YouTube and put our game and sorted that for new publications, and they were like 5 or 10 videos,
Nice.
just a random day. And we it is something that we cannot understand because the game is not even out, right? It's not even in early access; it's just a demo. So that helped us a lot to keep going. Um, and also deliver. So we are really committed to doing that. And also like some of the bigger creators like Thor from Pirate Software and Co Carnage. They have been like
Okay.
really helpful. Just replying some stuff. We chat with them, being supportive. And giving a little bit of feedback, as little as they say. For us, it's a lot, right? They are such big personalities, so uh, just responding to us is really great. And yeah, for everyone that is playing the game, sharing it, or is clicking the wish list in Steam, especially. Thank you a lot, and I hope we can live up to the expectations, right?
I think so. I think that was very well said, actually. And it's true, Thor has a very big Goblin community. So I'm sure he wants to contribute a lot also to the game. That's very good that you, very lucky that you were able to get this support. And we do have now some nice questions also. Um, so from the audience, and one of them is from Shako, and he asks if you have any plans already set for like ensuring quality through means of playtesting, because since you have this big community, right, you're going to have so many people playing your game. It is very important, of course, to assure quality of the game. Maybe even you can tap into the community for this, of course.
Yes, I mean, we have. First of all, we don't like to put out there stuff that we think it is not good. So we are not going to put out there things that we believe. I mean, we don't have any date committed and something like that. So we also don't want to take too long, but we want to make it right. Um, and for example, I am a gamer, so I can help them test stuff and see if I found it funny or happy, or if there is a pacing issue or stuff like that. We also are gamers, so we have a lot of friends that are gamers, so that they will probably help with the demo testing. And then all of the people that back our Kickstarter, there is a tier that unlocks kind of the beta release, or whatever I am going to be able to play during
Mhm.
development, they are going to be able to play it as well. And of course, that kind of builds are not going to be super polished or perfect, but so we are going to have them helping us. Of course, if we see that they expect better stuff in that kind of tier or in that kind of builds, we are going to do a better job to playtest before handing it out to them. And then we are going to have the early access. So nothing. We by the end of the full development, we expect to have a really clean game without too many bugs and with the art level with the quality level that we like. And I think we have the community that is going to help us. We have friends that are going to help us as well. So yeah, and if we need
Seems
to in some way um, I don't know, hire a team or a QA team or something like that. Then if we have the funding and we are able to, then why not?
Mhm. Yeah, it seems like you have it good plan because the community is one of the best things you can leverage to get that kind of feedback and to actually improve the game. And yeah, I'm actually very much looking forward to seeing the game developed and actually come out in early access. And for everyone who has also gotten any interest at all in this stream, please go check out their Kickstarter. They're running it right now for the next 3 days. And so you can get also your hands on the game and even become part of the community that can playtest the game as it develops. And yeah, I just have to thank you so much, Manuel, for having the time to come here to talk to us and to show your nice game. And I wish you the best of luck because it's very good to have a huge community, but then of course it's also a big burden and a big responsibility to live up to these expectations. But yeah, we hope that you're big successful with this game because it I think it does deserve it. It's quite a nice game. Looks nice. It has this great aesthetic. It has this funny gameplay. So I think you deserve to be successful.
Thank you very much. And it's a good problem to have, right? So that's what
Yeah.
we talk with the guys in our team. Like all the things that is happening to us, of they are something that we have to deal with, and something that is new, but it's a good. They are good, right? So
Yeah.
they are good
The
problems
best
to have.
problems.
Yeah, and no, like thank you for having us in this event, and good luck to all the other games that are participating. Yeah, we're so happy for this.
Okay. Then thank you very much, guys. I think we still have some more sections today, so please keep your eyes peeled for the next sessions. And I hope you have a great time and a great rest of the day. We're signing off. Bye bye.